So, markdown shopping. Where do you go? What time is it? What do you look for? These are all the questions that I get asked. So today I'm going to take you with me. Let's go. Well, hey everyone, how are you? It's Kelly, the Frugal Fun Mum. Welcome to the channel and to today's video. I am in Adelaide, Australia, which is going to be super important for today's video because I'm taking you markdown shopping with me. And I have a whole lot of appointments and a whole lot of stuff scheduled today. So I'm going to timestamp all of the stores we go into so you can kind of see what's around and get a general gist and picture. I'll try and come in at the end of each shop and sort of say yay, nay, whatever. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to film like literally what I see. So you'll see what I see. And I'll do a voiceover because the shops have music and I'll get copyright strike if I talk. And it's horrible with a mask trying to talk. And I'll tell you what I'm thinking, what I'm seeing, how the price works, if it's a good deal, not a good deal, and why I take stuff and why I leave stuff. So yeah, hopefully this is just a little bit of fun that you can follow around with me today and get a little bit of insight into my brain and how I work. So we need to head off early this morning. We have a few things to do and we have some things later in the afternoon as well. So we have a mega packed day. So let's go. Okay, super early start this morning and first to Foodland. I checked out the bakery. These looked pretty good, but they were a bit overcooked and we eat with our eyes, so I just left them. I did grab these cookies though. And then looking also at the bakery, the prices weren't bad, but they just weren't doing it for me, so I just kind of left them. I like to sort of buy a whole cake. It's easier to cut up and eat. And yeah, same with the cupcakes. I just left them because they just didn't really look the best. I can make my own cakes. I make my own sausage rolls, so I never buy any. It's easier to make a whole meal as a family rather than buy individuals. And this pie I didn't buy, even though it was a great price. It means I'd have to cut it up and then freeze portions of it because only hubby and I eat it, so too much effort. This looked good, but I knew I'd be in a car nearly all day, so I didn't take them. And we already have bread at home, so I didn't need to buy any more, otherwise it would just sit there on the bench. This chicken looked good, but again, I knew I'd be in the car for a few hours. Even though I have a cooler bag with me, it wouldn't be safe. Whew, okay, we're out. Okay, so it's really hard to film in there when the staff members hanging around. It's like, ooh. So there was a guy doing some markdowns of all the dairy stuff and they've moved it, so I had to go find it. But I'm in the car nearly all day running around doing markdown shopping, so I don't really want any dairy with me. I did bring a cooler bag today with an ice pack, but it only holds so much. And I figure that I'm going to get just as good specials, well, hopefully later on during the day. Plus also some of the things they marked down, they only had like about 20% off, whereas a lot of dairy needs to go quick. So yeah, so overall, so I got these cookies. That's about it. There is 6 cookies in here, 8 cookies. I don't know how much they weigh, and probably $1. It's a bit more than what I would pay if it was a bigger pack, but it's a triple chocolate cookie, 160 grams. There you go. So a packet, Coles is about 400 grams, triple choc chip, and that's $3.85, $3.50, and these are $1. So yeah, that's about on par. Okay, I couldn't leave them, otherwise I knew I'd be thinking about these cookies all day. So now that I have them, that's good. Let's go to next door. Okay, heading to another Foodland this morning, and in a minute you'll see some salad. It's a pretty good price if you were super hungry. but I didn't need it, so I just left it. And these hot cross buns were a bit overcooked for my liking, so I left them, even though it's a great price. This cake, I wish it was a bit cheaper, so I left it. And these donuts look great, but there's 4 of us in a family and there's only 3 in a packet, so you can't buy them because someone will miss out. Of course, I grabbed these cookies. They'll match perfectly with the other ones. And this lemonade was funny. It looked good, but then I realized there's only 4 cans in there, not sort of 6. And even with the 10 cents refund per can, the total of it is still under 1 litre. And I can buy 2 litres of lemonade for $2 at the reject shop, so I left it. This was also on the shelf. I was just looking at it. We wouldn't drink it at all, but I was just curious to see what it was. And then this chicken was here, and it looked pretty good, being diced up chicken. But again, I'm out all day, and this was just miserable, this area. And we're heading to another Foodlands. So the mince, that's really good price for mince, and that's not bad for mince as well. This isn't too bad. I don't really know much about turkey meat, but I did grab this one because it's a kilo, so $7.50 for a kilo of chicken I'm happy with. Individually, these looked pretty good, but the prices are just a little bit over what I'm sort of willing to pay. I get a pasty for $1.25 at Nqr, but also our freezer is full of pies and pasties right now, so I don't need any more. And I always look in the bread trolley because there's always good stuff, but again, we just don't need any bread right now. Oh, I did see this pizza base, except it's over the price that I'm willing to pay. I wish these were on markdown. I would have bought them, but I had to just include this to show you guys. And here's a little dedicated markdown spot that they have. These are still here from last week. Coffee, we don't really drink that one. Oh, does anyone need some condoms? Oh, you find everything on this shelf. So chocolate and lollies, they were pretty good prices, but they're kind of like the sale price when they're on their sale weekly. So I wasn't really inspired by anything, so I just kind of left it. And then a big trolley of markdown stuff. I turned off the camera and had a big dig through here. I just really wasn't impressed with any of the prices, and a lot of stuff we just won't eat. So I won't buy stuff that we won't eat. I'll buy some stuff for experimental, but even then it's really rare. So yeah, there was just, I have no idea what half of this stuff was. Went around to the dairy section and there was hardly anything there, which really surprised me. Yeah, so not much there at all. I did go back later and have a look to see if they did a follow up, but again, there was exactly the same stuff there. So clearly they had done all their markdowns first thing in the morning, and that was it. That was for the day. So this is all I got. Went to Cheapest Chips because they have this amazing $1 basket, and they had quite a few of them today. So this chocolate, which I left, and this chocolate, which I left. What is wrong with me? Trying to be good. And then this massive thing, which took me ages to dig through, and I did collect a few things. Oh, this looks so good. Word to the warning, don't eat these. These are terrible because they're so delicious. So let me show you what I got. Hey guys, alright, so I'm back from Foodland Cheapest Chips. So I got that chicken loaf, and then I got that pack, the lollies. And then went to Cheapest Chips, ran out of time to go to Woolworths, but I'll go to a different Woolworths because that one tends to not have the best markdowns. This other Woolworths will have similar markdown, so I can show you coming up. But Cheapest Chips, these are the things that I got. So you saw all that stuff that was there, and pretty much this is all ever I buy. I buy 1 or 2 things of each thing, so there's plenty there for everybody else. So I got a packet of chips for $1, Samboy Barbecue. I bought 2 of these Mr. Potato Chips in barbecue, so 1 for each of my children. I bought 1 of these Snickers. I got 1 of these Violet Crumbles caramel. I only got 1 because I'm not really sure if my hubby's going to like them or not, so I don't stock up on a whole lot in case he doesn't like it. If he'll just eat it regardless, but if he doesn't love it, then I haven't really lost anything. I got, one of the Mars. I got one bottle of Pepsi Max. I only got one, and sometimes these can run a little bit flat. So yes, I can buy a bottle of cola at Coles for $1 as well, and I think these are about $1.25 when they're best ever on special. So I'm saving 25 cents. But what I would actually do is pay, it's either $1.79 or $2, we've got inflation here, for 2 litres at the reject shop. So this is 1.25 for $1, so it's not bad compared with the 2 litre one, you know. But as I said again, it might be flat, I don't know. But I've bought drink from the reject shop, it's been flat as well. And the last one I got, just for a bit of fun, is this Cinnamon Toast Crunch Cheerios. I really hope these taste horrible. I don't want to know that they're delicious. So I'll take them home. They will end up just being like a snacky thing. That's it. So yeah. Alright, let us go find another store. Okay, we're off to Woolworths, and the first thing we saw was these salads. If they were $2, I would have grabbed them, but that's just a bit too much. And this salmon looked good too, but again, I'm in a car all day, so yeah. If it was half price, I definitely would have bought it because we do enjoy it, but I find the price can be a bit up there. Lamb, I know is expensive for meat in general, so if this was half, I would have got it, but I left it. And then the dairy markdown clearance section, I did grab these custards because they look cute. Probably when they're on half price, they're a better deal, but I haven't seen them for ages. But I don't shop in Woolworths a lot in the general aisle. I did see this ice cream and I thought I'd hit the jackpot, and then realised someone's moved some stuff in the wrong spot. But also, yeah, I can't have this in the car with me all day. Will melt. Checking out the clearance shelf, and this is the area that Tom Cruise used to hang around in, so I thought I'd come and check. I hate when people just leave stuff here. There's no prices on anything, so people have just dumped stuff. But yeah, overall, I wasn't impressed with any of the prices. Yeah, I'm a bit stingy that way. I'm not going to buy this. We'll just eat it. And so I leave it. And didn't even know what half of this stuff was. Deodorant, I think it was. Don't really need it, so left it. And coffee, we don't have a pod machine, so left that as well. And then down the bottom, just showing you all the other stuff that's here on the clearance shelf. Okay, it's a bit later in the day and we're back to another Woolworths, and they had some veggies on sale. We only ever use one zucchini, so it's not worth buying a whole pack. And the potatoes, not really the best price ever I've seen. You can buy a kilo of carrots for like $2, so better to do that than buy pre-chopped up. This chicken wasn't bad, but I buy it when it's about $4. And this chicken cut up, you're paying for the service, so that works out to be $12 a kilo. So I'd rather pay $9.50 and get chicken and cut it up myself. These biscuits, they weren't the best price, and hot cross buns, I've seen better prices, so I'll hold out and hopefully see them better somewhere else. No idea what the price of this is, so I don't get it because it's annoying to have to go to the checkout and ask, so I just left it. And I wasn't really impressed with any other prices. This cream was just ridiculous for price. I know that you can just whip up the cream yourself, so yeah, no deal. Wasn't happy with anything in there. And then off to another Woolworths, and look, ta-da, hot cross bunnies at a good price. So yes, gonna take those. Avoided this, don't need the calories. And pizza bases, you know how I am, they need to be $2 or less. Potatoes are back again. Veggies are here, not worth the wait. Again, you're paying for packaging, so best to leave them and buy frozen or even fresh if they're cheaper. Off to Coles now, and again, you can check out the salad bags. These aren't a bad price, but I just don't know that I'll be using it very soon, so I didn't leave it. And we already have pizza bases, so I left them. This meat was a really good price actually, but I have heaps in the freezer. This chicken burger, however, is not a good price being individual, because look, you can get a whole pack for $10.50, so better to buy bigger. And this naan bread's not too bad, but we don't really buy it. And again, these prices were just ridiculous, so no, I'll only spend about $2 or under on a pie or a pasty. And this cream, yes, it was a label cream, but look, you can get home brand for nearly half the price. So yeah, this milk's pretty good, that it's about on par for home brand, so not bad, but I didn't need any. And just checking out some lollies, but again, they're sour. My kids would make me try and eat them, so I left everything there. So nothing from that Coles. And then on to another Coles. Saw these fish cakes, but I don't think we'd eat them, so I just left them, but I just filmed for you guys to show you. And again, these look so good, and I would have bought them, but again, I'm stuck in a car for a couple of hours. I don't really want that cream to go funny. These chicken things are amazing prices because you pay for the flavor, but we just have enough in the freezer. And this pasta, I just didn't know, and if I don't know whether it's a good deal or not, I just kind of leave it. I know it's good ingredients, but I just don't think we'd eat it. And I can get these for about $3 a packet, so for me, it's not worth it to get. So again, didn't get anything from that Coles. On to another Woolworths we have here, and we have in the there's a trolley someone left of all this markdown stuff, so I was going through it, and then look, lots of organic produce. Some of the prices on this usually aren't too bad. Today's was not good at all. There were hardly anything down, but I have bought some organic things before because the price has been amazing. Onto the reject shop now, and this bucket was right here as soon as I walked in. Yep, gonna grab these, thank you very much. And also this chicken sauce is really good. I think we have about 20 packets of chicken sauce already, but you know, like, what's one more? Oh, terrible. Okay, next we're off to another Foodland. This is one of my favorites. It has the most amazing markdowns, as you can see. However, really had to hold back on temptation because I think I can make these myself. So I didn't buy anything, and we didn't actually enjoy these TV snack biscuits, so I left them. Lollies look good, but again, I know they'll just go super quick in the house, so not really worth it for us to buy because it's just, yeah. See, I do have some control at times. This cream was an amazing price, but I already have 2 in the freezer, so I really want to use them before I buy any more. And these look good, but I can still get them for $1.25 at Nqr. And I did grab some of this herb bread because it was an amazing price, and we will have it. And then I grabbed one of these to give it a go. If there's more next week, I might grab some more. I've already got this rice packet from Woolworths for 80 cents on clearance, so I didn't buy this. And then as usual, there's these trolleys with all the markdown stuff, so I have a look there. And of course, the eggs are on special this week. They weren't when I went and did the Extreme Food Challenge, but you know, such is life. But I'll also have enough eggs, so I don't need any more. Let me show you what I got. Hey guys, alright, just checking in. So the last couple of shops you've seen have been a bit of a bust, but that's what happens. And it's not necessarily that there's nothing in there, it's that I'm not willing to pay the price for it, or we already have enough of that stuff at home, and I just know what it's like if I get too much of a product. It's everywhere. So I've just gone to Foodland and I did get a few things. Got these herb slices for $2.49. I got one of these mushroom, kale and leek pies. So I'm going to have this when everyone else has a Herbert Adams pie and see if I like it. And then that saves money when we have pie and veg one night. I got a packet of these iced coffee slices because they were 99 cents. And because I'm cheeky, I got a box of a cake mix because it was $1.99 and it's really heavy, so I'm happy with that. And I will probably make these into cupcakes so it spreads out a lot more. And then I grabbed, these are my favorite, milkshake lumps because they were 89 cents each. They're so good. They're like a really soft Milko inside chocolate. So if you guys know what a Milko is, yeah, that's what these are. All right, let's keep pushing on. All right, on to Coles now, and there was some salad marked down here, but a quick look, we wouldn't eat any of that stuff, so I left it. And The pizza bases, yep, not happy with that price. And there was a clearance rack as well, but again, nothing that we'd eat. And the Tim Tams I got for $1 the week before, so not going to pay $2 when I had them for $1. So we're on to another Coles now, and I grabbed these celery sticks. I've been looking for them for over a week, and I ummed and ahed about these, but ultimately I left them. These I left even though they're right on the price that I'd kind of be okay with, but again, I can get them cheaper at Nqr. And this looked interesting, but I just feel that it probably wouldn't get eaten in the house. Of course, these cookies came home with me. They're a pretty good price for the weight of them. And then, hooray, finally found a pizza-based price I'm happy with. Alright, and our last Coles for the day. So you can see the bread has been massively marked down. And also this meat, whatever this is, boar worms in sausages. No thank you. And these shells, 20 cents, but they're pretty bashed up. So, oh, funny. Kira says I'm not allowed to buy any bagels that are this majorly marked down anymore because she said they're stale even when we toast them, so I had to leave these here on the shelf. I already have 2 of these in the freezer, so I left it, plus the last 2 packets I got for $3.60, so cheaper again. I know I can make my own, but I forget every time. And I just had a look through these veggies, but again, the price for the weight, I didn't really think it was good. These potatoes look good, but again, for the weight, I like to pay $1 or under per kilo, so that keeps me on track. And these looked super tempting, but I decided not to get them because we don't need the calories. On to Woolworths, and we saw these chicken patties, and they looked really good, but the burger patties that we normally get, I cook in the oven because it's just easier. And then of course there was some chicken markdown, which was really good. A few minutes later, I did see a lady come and do another markdown on a whole lot of stuff. As you can see here, there's double stickers, but still I left it all there. Can you spot the markdown sticker? There it is, hiding on the milk, yellow upon yellow. Good job. And again, can you see it in here? It's on the juice, and that's coming home with me. Thank you very much. Hey guys, alright, so I just went to Coles and Woolworths, and I've picked up from Woolies the juice. It's $3.84. $3.48. It's been a long day. It was $6. These also were on special at Nqr for like $3.50, so I've beat it by 2 cents, but still, that's my daughter's favorite juice. And I went to Coles and I got 2 pizza bases for $1.75. You guys know how much I love getting pizza bases cheap. I got some more biscuits, Anzac biscuits, for $1.62. And then I got this pack of celery for $2.45. So that is pretty much the equivalent of a whole celery, and the whole celeries are selling for $4 at the fruit and veg shop I go to. So I figured that this was worth it. And this will go very quick in our house. Alright, we need to go home. I've got a few thoughts going through my head, so I'm going to share those with you. I'll see you soon. Whew. Hello. So, it has been a super successful but long day. A lot of appointments today, so usually everything is near a shop, so it helps to duck in and out, which is really good. So what I've got the gist of from today that I've kind of already knew. Foodland here in Adelaide kind of do all their markdowns first thing in the morning, especially bakery and dairy, because they want to get yesterday's stock turned over. And they'll reduce it anywhere from about 20 to 50%. It depends what it is. Some things were just like a straight 50%. Other things were like 20. And then they go down later and then mark them down. But some other Foodlands I saw that only marked them down by 20%. And they were sitting in the clearance area. And that's the other thing too. Some Foodlands, as you would see, have a dedicated clearance area. A couple of stores I went to today did not have one, so it was like, okay. So they will have usually a dedicated area for dairy, for the reduced section. Yeah, and it can be really, really hit and miss. But the general produce, like packet stuff, groceries, stuff like that, like you would have seen that big trolley of stuff. Sometimes it just gets dumped all in there. Coles is like whatever. There's no rules to it, so you need to go to your store and ask. I do the same kind of stores around the same different times because I've kind of worked out a bit of a pattern that works in my areas, especially when I'm traveling backwards and forwards with what the markdowns are. And then the later day that I've just gone at 5:30, the last one, there's pretty much nothing in there. So obviously they've done the markdowns earlier in the day, and then it's all gone, or they didn't have a lot to mark down. Either way, because I think the last really big haul I did, grocery clearance, I got all those cookies for like 32 cents, and that was like at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm not sure if they did like a markdown at about 3 or 2, or I don't know. Some of the stores, it's really hit and miss with the times. It depends on the manager and the timetable that's happening, if they have enough staff and what's happening on the floor. Woolworths, oh yeah, that's what I was showing. Woolworths have a lot of timestamps on their clearances. So you see here it says 3:38. So I was just in Woolworths at like 5:05 because I went to Coles and then went to Woolworths. So 5 o'clock, but this is still there from 3:38, but it was the only one there. So I don't know if they'd marked others down and they've sold. They also have some designated cold clearance section. They used to have it for the meat. I'm finding now they're just dumping it all in one area. And Coles is just like there's kind of just the clearance stickers are where the products are because they say it's easy to follow the lines. Sometimes they move them near the milk, so you can see a little shelf with a few cheeses or yogurts or something that's marked down, and they've put them all together. But usually it's just wherever. Big W, they have the designated area in some stores. Some stores they don't have it that I found, and I've walked up and down every aisle looking. You need to look up and down some of the food aisles in Big W because they will just mark the chips down and leave it because that's where the chips are. So that's where they sell them. And Reject Shop have their designated clearance areas. The one that I went to today, it was as soon as you walked in the door, it was all there. But they also have another one in store, so go and have a look at it. There was nothing in the in-store one. It was all at the front door. So yeah. Thank you so much for watching today. I really hope that you enjoyed traveling with me. Let me know if you've ever tried to sort of work out when or where or how the markdowns work in your area, because it's a science some days, let me tell you. Today also is just a once off. Like it could be completely different the next day. Some days and some shops I find a late Tuesday afternoon works really well. There's a lot of markdowns, and other weeks nothing. So it really depends on the day and the time and all that jazz. So yeah, leave me a comment below and let me know if you have scored any bargains or if you've worked out what works for you in your area. So please subscribe if you haven't already. We would love to have you part of our Frugal Fun family, and you can also join us in our Facebook group. All the links are below. But as always, I look forward to seeing you next time. I've got to go inside and put all my cold things away now. Bye!